Today we're gonna attempt early 2000s makeup. I'm just here to do my makeup and I thought why not film a video and have fun doing it. So we're gonna attempt early 2000s makeup. Should I show you my inspo? I went on Pinterest. I found this inspo. You cannot even see it. Okay, and then I found this inspo. So, looking at these photos, I can see some similarities. So first, I'm doing the Clinique. I'm gonna do a lot of concealer under my eyes because that's what it looks like in the picture. So I have been looking at photos of my junior year makeup and it's so much, it's a lot. And I've made videos about my junior year makeup. It is so much. I shouldn't have done that. However, it got me to the point where I am now, because now I'm wearing a lot less makeup than I used to. And I would just be going to like 4 classes. Actually, that was the normal amount for my school. It was 4 classes in a day. It was still a lot, and like, you don't have to look good in high school, to be honest, where I was from, where my high school was. Now, it looks like there's a bunch of powder. So I have my Hourglass powder and we're gonna put a lot on my face. I do like this powder. I think this powder really sets my face. I'm putting a lot under my eye. I could have just followed a makeup tutorial. It's okay, I'm just looking at all I am is just looking at these pictures and being like, I know what they did. I don't. Okay, that's not right. Next, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Clear Brow. I have a love-hate relationship with brow gel. I think that having brow gel on my face makes me feel like my eyebrows are not going anywhere, because they don't. However, I do hate the fact that I can get like crusty little white like flakes in my eyebrows, because apparently if you use too much product. So I really don't use any product. Like, look at this. If I rub it off, do you see anything? You don't. Look, you cannot see a thing. I do not use any, like barely anything. But let's look at these photos. Her brows are really thin, and as we see, I do not have thin brows. Her brows are not thin, they're kind of bushy, but I'm gonna make my eyebrows as thin as possible. How I do my eyebrows normally is that, which is what I'm gonna do for this, is that I am going to, my grandma taught me this, I brush them up. Also, I haven't gotten them arched since like, I didn't get them arched over the summer. I literally like shaved my own eyebrows like a month ago. Not even a month ago, like a few weeks ago. And I don't think they look that bad, but like, okay, anyways. I go up and just brush them up. Okay, maybe I do need a little bit more. There's like nothing on that thing. And then I'm going to all the way like that. Do they look a little bit thinner? They probably don't, but just like so. They look the same. Now I'm going to wipe out all this powder on my face. They don't have any bronzer on. However, both of their lids, her lid, I'm trying to do a mixture of her lids and her lids, and they're pretty dark. But I'm gonna move on to blush because I do not see any bronzer, and their blush placements are kind of like mine. I take the Pixie On The Glow blush. What's the color? Ruby. And I'm just gonna, I normally don't do this. I normally just put it on here, but I'm just gonna put a lot just because there was a lot of blush. And I know that somebody's gonna be like, they didn't wear blush. while I'm looking at these photos. And then I'm just going to go down just a little bit. Next, I'm using the Clinique in the shade Sunset Glow. And I'm going to go over that blush with a lot more blush than I usually do. This is a lot. I think I put a little bit too much on. The eye makeup is what I'm scared about because I don't have anything for smoky eye. And I also do not have any brushes for that. So I have 2 eyeshadow palettes and a Dream. And I don't know which one to use. I think I might use this one because there's a lot more colors. However, I don't have a brush. They both have smoky eyes or like liner. I left my eyeliner at home, so I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna go in with the darkest color that I have, which is dark brown. I'm gonna attempt to do liner with this. Can you see a difference? Does that look bad? Hopefully not. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this white and do it on my lid. Then I'm gonna go in. I'm making this up as I go. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's coming together. I want to do blue. I liked blue the last time. I'm just gonna do a little bit of blue. I want a little bit more eyeshadow because it's really not showing up for me. I'm doing white again, just like a little bit. Okay, maybe that was a little bit too much. And then blue because. Okay, now I'm just going crazy. Now I'm just gonna blend them together. And now let's look at the photos yet again that I haven't looked in like a while. I was gonna tell you things about me in this video. I have like some, so I'm just gonna go in with this freckle pen from Revolution. It was also like $1 and I'm not even in the camera. Do with that if you will. I am a Capricorn. I think that's basically all of my powder products, so I'm going to spray my face. You think that's enough? Let's put more powder under my eyes and under here to highlight the importance of my cheekbone. And because both of their makeup, their eyes are brighter than the rest of their face. Imagine explaining this to somebody who doesn't know me. I'm looking at the pictures, not really, but from what I remember of seeing the picture 2 minutes ago, they don't have any color on their lips, and I had brown eyeliner, but I do not have brown eyeliner. I have no idea where it went. Oh, also I want to be an actress and a singer. I want to put at least one like EP out and one album out, and I do want to be a singer. I think it would be fun to like tour and share stories and just have a fun little time. But I also want to be more remembered for my acting instead of singing, and maybe that will change down the line, but for right now that is what I want to do. I am majoring in forensics at college and I'm a sophomore, and along with the acting thing, I did theater my whole entire life. I had my first audition like a few years ago for like an actual role. Can I say that? I didn't get it, so whatever. Also don't really know what it's called, but I had my first audition. It was on my birthday and it was like the fun experience ever. And I think even though I didn't enjoy theater as much as I did, I learned a lot. And I also learned that theater is so much different from film acting. It's so much different. But auditions and stuff is, you learn a lot from theater because you also have to audition for the roles. Well, you would, but all I will say about learning is I also, when I was doing my audition, I learned quickly that I do have a lot of potential. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but I walked into the audition room and I was like, these people actually see my worth. We're just gonna end it on that because I am about to, I don't know what this is called, so. And then I'm just gonna go up, snatched. Okay, perfect. Now it is time for eyelashes. I have a dried up one that is almost out, and then I went ahead and ordered this one. I used the new one for my top lashes. It is Heart Tubing Mascara. It is the gold one. There's a purple one that's like the exact same thing, but I don't know what the difference is. And when I first bought this, I thought to myself, I don't know what the difference is, so. I think I have amazing lashes, I'm not gonna lie. They were like so much better when I was younger because they just were, but I do think that I still have great lashes. I think a clumpy mascara looks great for this. Yeah, I could like do a whole thing about theater, but I feel like I didn't talk about anything, but it's okay. I also have to do my eyelashes. My eyelashes are like, I don't know if that's common. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Actually, I'm not gonna keep that to myself. My eyelashes are like the longest part of my lashes, just let you know. Okay. Then I'm taking my dried out one, which still, it doesn't really work for my top lashes because it's so dried out, but for my bottom lashes, it's good. So, my bottom lashes grew a little bit, so now I don't need to use a paper towel underneath my lashes. And then I just used excess for my top lashes. They're already dried, so it really doesn't do much. I don't know how to do my lips. I think I'm gonna go in with the dark brown shadow for my lips, as if I don't know how to line my lips with eyeshadow. We are gonna take this little thing that I somehow did my liner with. Both of their lips are glossy, except I don't have lip gloss. I left it at home. Okay, Brittany has a little bit of pink in her lips, so I'm gonna do pink in my lip. Just in the middle, and I'm not gonna blend it out. I never used eyeshadow on my lips before, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna use the Clinique eyeshadow and do my lips. You know in Love Island where in season 6 where Hannah like kissed all of his men and her, I'm sorry, that's not funny, her like lipstick came off, or like her makeup, okay, I'm sorry, that's not funny. Okay, then I'm using a little bit of pink because that's not showing up. Again, I don't have gloss, so I have the next best thing. I have the Carmex. It's so weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Would I wear this every single day? No. The lip color is throwing me off, but it's okay. I have this big hoop earring that I'm gonna wear. See if it elevates the look. Braids are coming down too. This is so weird. Wow. Well, okay. Thank you for watching me just talk about like absolute nonsense and trying on and trying to attempt early 2000s makeup based on Pinterest. So, thank you so much. Bye!